this podcast for like 119 episodes, and this story you're telling, it just sounds like very familiar.
All right, let's talk about Joanne from Nobody Wants This. She's 40, navigating healthy love for the first time, and let's just say it's a hot mess. Between daddy issues, snooping through her boyfriend's box of items belonging to his ex, and considering converting to Judaism just to keep him around, Joanne's love life is like watching a slow-motion car crash.
Muskrat, candlelight.
Except you're kind of rooting for the car. Let's dive into the psychology of Joanne's relationships and how they always seem to come with a side of red flags.
Because I want to say, so we're not for it.
Joanne grew up with a dad who wasn't exactly dad of the year. No I love yous, no hugs, no affection. You know, the classic emotional unavailability that screams future therapy bills. And as if this wasn't enough, he eventually came out as gay. Good for him, but suddenly he's super affectionate. And only with his boyfriend. Yeah, Joanne's watching dad shower this guy with love that she never got. And she's like, where was this energy when I was a kid? So we've got some textbook daddy issues brewing here. And what does that lead to? Well, fast forward to Joanne's dating life. She's consistently picking unavailable guys. You know the type. The cheaters, the ghosters, the ones who have commitment issues bigger than the plot holes in a bad rom-com. The red flags are waving like they're at a carnival. But Joanne's out here like, is this a ride I should get on? According to attachment theory, Joanne's attachment style is disorganized. This means she's caught in this push-pull game of come close. No, wait, go away. But why are you leaving? It's like she's stuck in this dating limbo, constantly attracted to guys who either ghost her or make her feel like she's too much. And let's be real, Joanne's starting to believe she's the problem. Classic pick-me-girl vibes.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
You know, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'll be everything you want as long as you don't leave me. Except, newsflash, Joanne, no one is that chill. If you're bending over backwards just to keep someone around, that's not chill, that's desperate. And I say that with love, girl. You're better than this. But let's not blame her entirely. I mean, if your dad never told you that he loved you, and your exes all treat you like emotional drive-thrus, you're just gonna start thinking, maybe I am the problem. Now, according to Erik Erikson, Joanne should have mastered the intimacy versus isolation stage in her 20s and 30s. That's when we're supposed to form deep, meaningful connections with people. And, you know, intimacy should happen. However, in a world of dating apps and the reality that norms for relationships don't really exist anymore, she's in this stage at a later age than Erikson would have predicted when he developed the theory. She's been bouncing from one emotionally unavailable dude to another, and she's stuck in some bad sequel of The Bachelor that never ends. But at least it provides entertainment for her podcast listeners. So now she's in her 40s, and she's working through intimacy versus isolation and generativity versus stagnation. That's the whole, am I doing something meaningful with my life? But for Joanne, the big question is all about love. After decades of romantic disappointments, she's finally got a guy who is emotionally available. The kind of guy who listens when she talks about her anxiety, who doesn't run when things get serious, and tells her she's not too much. Let's face it, Adam Brody is out here healing every human who's ever been told that they're too much. But here's where that disorganized attachment kicks in. Joanne is still trying to push this love away because, let's be real, healthy love is scary when you're used to toxic relationships. She's out here like, wait, you're actually staying? You like me for who I am? This feels wrong.
And I'm not gonna fall for your choreography. I'm like, oh, is this your move?
Well, it's not wrong, it's love. But I get it, her brain's like, this is unfamiliar territory, time to self-sabotage. Now, Joanne's dating experience probably has spanned both the pre- and post-app era. Back in the day, relationships took time to develop. People met in real life, connected slowly, and didn't have 200 new options sitting in their pocket. In the age of dating apps, Joanne's dealing with the dreaded ghosting and swipe culture. If a guy isn't into her after 2 dates, He's on to the next option faster than you could say, hey, are we still on for Friday? This constant supply of options makes anyone, especially someone like Joanne with a disorganized attachment style, feel extra insecure. Every time a guy ghosts her or bails, it reinforces her belief that she is too much. It's like dating apps have made her worst fears a reality on steroids. Not only is she dealing with daddy issues and attachment insecurity, but now she's got dating apps throwing new red flags at her like candy from a parade float. But here's the good news. Joanne's current boyfriend is different. He's patient, he's communicative, he has no plans for ghosting, he tells her he can handle her, and he calls her out when she tries to self-sabotage. He even finds a way to come back from the dreaded ick. And for the first time in her life, Joanne is starting to work through her attachment issues. She's slowly letting her walls down and learning that healthy love does not mean shrinking herself.
All right, I could make healthier relationship choices.
Joanne has finally learned that it's time to embrace the fact that she deserves real love. No more chasing guys with red flags. No more bending yourself into a pretzel to keep someone around. You're not too much. You're just enough. So to all the Joannes out there, here's the tip. If a guy shows up with emotional availability and no disappearing act, stop running away because it's not familiar to you. All right, friends, that's the tea on attachment theory and daddy issues. See you next time for more psychological deep dives. And as always, subscribe below and go get some therapy.